Good evening, ma'am. How are you today?
I've seen better days.
Seen better days. Well put. What's your name, please?
Angelina Rose.
Angelina what?
Angelina Rose.
Angelina Rose. Nice name. Very pretty name.
Thank you.
How long have you been homeless?
2017.
What would you say the main cause of your homelessness situation is?
My children.
Excuse me?
My children, all three, were removed from my home.
Oh, why were they removed? I'm sorry to hear that.
I was charged with a cut straw as drug paraphernalia, and it was near enough to my infant son's crib that I was charged with
Okay.
child abuse.
Okay, I think we got that, but if you could speak up a little.
I'm sorry. So there was a cut straw,
Yes, ma'am.
and it was taken as drug paraphernalia. It was close enough to my infant son's crib for me to be charged with child abuse.
Was this here in Pinellas County, Florida? If not, what geographical area was this in? Right here in Pinellas County. Where did you live at the time?
Well, sir, it was St. Petersburg.
It was St. Pete. Okay.
Yeah. Well, their father was able to take all three sons. Now, I've had my son 15 years. I'm not a new mom, you know?
Okay.
15 years I had my son, and I had two other sons. They stayed with their father. He was arrested the next night because he was high on Xanax.
What?
And so the children were removed from the home. I was a mommy one day, and then I was in jail.
And how old did you say your kids were at the time this happened?
15. Let's see, Brian. My Brian was 15. I'd say Jacob was 8, 9. Baby Gabriel was only 8 months old.
If there was a message that you could convey, something you could say to each individual one of your children now, if you'd like to address them by name in case they see this,
Absolutely.
what would you say to pick one first?
I love you, Brian. Here. I love you, Jacob, and I love you, Gabriel. I'm very proud of the boys you are. And you only get one mama. No court can tell you. And no court can come between us ever. No time, no distance, and no circumstance will ever take you from me.
Oh, you love your kids, huh?
I do, and I have
Speak up.
faith. I have faith in God that you are going to be just fine. Keep your head up, kids.
Can you tell us a little about any, I'm not sure if you've had any or not, can you tell us anything about any drug or chemical dependency?
I'd love to. Let's talk about it.
Sure.
Okay. I started smoking weed when I was 13. 13 years old, 7th grade.
Where did you live at the time?
St. Pete. But I mean to say, it calmed my nerves very good. And it settled me down because I'm on the ADD spectrum, right?
Understood.
So as I got older and I was demonized and criminalized for smoking marijuana, can't get a job, I wanted to be a nurse. I
Right.
switched to pharmaceuticals. I switched to oxycodone and Xanax and a plethora of other medicines.
So I think your message you're conveying is they should have just let you keep smoking the weed.
I should have found a different job, yes. In retrospect, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I went from a patient to an addict to a criminal to homeless without children. How did this happen?
So, were you adopted or were you raised by your biological parents?
My mother, yes. My father, my father when he was 2. I had a stepfather and I had my mother, yeah. And my sons, it was a miracle. They had both their natural parents stayed in the home so that they could be mom and dad for them. We loved our children very much. And now, if you must know, sir, after the tragedy of 2017, my husband died of a drug overdose just 2 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
I was married to that man 20 years. 3
there's-
beautiful sons. And he could not talk to anybody about it, so he just kept doing more drugs. And he lost his life.
If there's anything anyone could do to help you now, what is the thing someone could do to help you that would help you the most?
Oh, well. Number 1, buy me a sandwich.
Sandwich, okay.
Yeah, a sandwich is great. Just hand a sandwich. And, well, new kicks all the time. New shoes. I eat up shoes like crazy.
So you're hungry and you need some shoes.
That's it. But you know what? It's not anything that you need to solve, but it would be so helpful if you did just those 2 things, you know?
Okay.
So, I mean, I take pretty good care of myself, as you see. And it's an effort, but I have to do it because I know who I am, because I love my children and they're good boys. Oh, by the way, so my children now, Brian is 19 years old. He goes to community college in Orlando.
Yes, ma'am. That's
He
good.
he has his own apartment. He graduated high school, and I'm very, very proud of him.
Are you in touch with your kids from time to time?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I text, and I'm slowly but surely getting back into their lives when it's healthy for them, but I won't be in their lives if it's not good for them.
Has there been any discussion about you moving in with any of your kids if they have their own place?
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because it's time for him to be his own man. And I'm not going to do that to him. It's his first year of college. I'm not going there with a sob story to bring him down. I'm rooting him on, proud of him, and telling him I love him. And no, I'm not going to ask him that. It's not his responsibility to do that for me.
So where will you sleep tonight, if you don't mind me asking?
That is something you never tell anybody ever. Just because it's a safety issue.
Good answer, right.
That's real. And it could be anywhere, but I know it'll be safe because we've done it this long. It's safer in there, out here, than sometimes trusting a roommate or having the sheriff call trespass. It's just a lot of hassle living inside with other people, or, you know, it's at some point it becomes a choice. I just want to say that. At some point it becomes a choice, because some people are homeless, they miss their job, they need the income, they want the apartment. I've been out here since 2017, and if I have to walk to get what I need, I'll walk to get what I need. I would rather do that than have my clothes thrown out on the lawn, have my food taken from me, have my rent collected, and then the same person calls the sheriff and I go to jail for 30 days. They got my rent, my food, and me out of the house just with that one fell swoop. People can be something else. So, like I said, a sandwich and some cakes if you got them, but if not, that's fine too. But I'll sleep outside.
Is it okay with you if I post this video on my YouTube channel?
Like that. I'd like that.
Okay.
I'd like that very much. And I'm glad that you did this with me. I want to make more videos for my sons so that they get used to who I am now, as opposed to the mother they remember. I'm 4 years separated from my children. 4 years I've been separated from them. But like I said, I have to learn to live a new way so that I can be in their lives. Yes, I would love it if you posted it.
Something I like to do when I do these interviews is to offer to let people like you give a phone number if you'd like. So if anyone hears your story and wants to contact you for any reason, wants to help or ask you any questions, they can do that. Let's let this truck go by. It's kind of loud, and then I'll let you continue talking and give your phone number only if you would like to.
That's 555. Homie, don't play that. I can't have a phone out here.
Okay, you don't currently have a phone.
I do not. I can't.
Would you like to give an email address, or you have any email address you can give?
Hold on, let me think now. SELLE8557 at gmail.com.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we end the interview?
Yes, support your local artists. Support your local artists.
Are you an artist?
Yes, I am. I'm a performing artist. I am.
Is there any performance or any small sample you'd like to?
Well, of course.
Okay.
I need your little loving at least 2 times a day. When I call you, boy, you better come here right away. Let's have a show of hands. Who's addicted to their man? If I could do the things I want to you, you'll be changing all your plans.
Who wrote that?
Joss Stone.
Oh, that sounds really nice. You have a good voice.
Well, thank you. I enjoy performing, and that's what I'm going to do with my life. So I'm not trying to disrespect society, but I'm thinking I'm going back to the theater. I'm going back to the arts. I'm going to do something I enjoy. Instead of having to, well, I've been out here a long time. I'm used to doing things my own way, and I don't know if I can punch a clock, sir. I'm not sure I can punch a clock.
Have you, what do you do to get income? Are you on
Let's talk
food
about
stamps?
this. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Number one, God will provide. He gives me my food. I don't have to eat from a man's hand. I eat from God's hand. I mean to say, there's a pantry that I can get enough to eat, and I can walk there and pick up food, take care of it myself. They also have toothbrushes, soap. They have jackets for me. They have everything I need. That's down in Nebraska. I know how to get to the pantry, and I do have food stamps, so that's good to know.
You do have food stamps, okay.
I finally worked that out.
How much do you get in food stamps?
I don't even know. You need to know. I don't even know. Because understand that when I say live outside, I would have to find a server.
Hang on, we got a car starting behind us. Let's pause for a second till this truck actually.
Well, it's kind of like putting the phone thing together. To put the server and the desktop and the time it takes for my brain to make that. I have to fill out long. I'm just saying, it's not happening.
Do you drink alcohol?
Not a lot. I'm
Okay.
very proud to say, my husband died and I thought I'd crawl into the bottle and never come out when Sean died. And
But you're doing better than that now, it sounds like.
well, yeah, because I've had good counselors. Listen, I've had good psychiatrists though.
Okay.
And they gave me tools to practice to alleviate the need for alcohol. So it's like this. It's more of a I need a hug instead of I need a beer. My son Brian taught me that. I love you, son. I got frustrated one day. My son Brian, I go, Brian, when did you do the video? And he goes, Mom, do you need a hug? And I went like this, yeah. Because in my language construct growing up, you had a beer to solve that, not a hug. My son Brian is teaching me new ways. So the
sounds
hug
like you have a
works.
caring relationship with Brian. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
You're damn right it's fantastic. Homeboy is a thinker too. He can hold his own in any conversation. I don't care if it's a toddler. Yes, Brian, I love you. Brian can hold his own in any conversation. If from toddler all the way to 80. Because his mama was there for him to talk to him. I love him very much.
How old were you when you started smoking cigarettes?
Oh my goodness, let me see. 14, 15. 14, 15.
If I wanted to follow up with you and do another interview later, is there I don't guess there's any way to get a hold of you, maybe to shoot you an email or
Wait a minute. I'm going to go old fashioned and I'm going to keep my word. So if you say a date and a time and a place to be, I'll be there. Date, time. Yeah. No.
Okay.
You don't have to change it, plans or directions or anything. Just date, time, where. I'll be
Gotcha.
there. And I'll be there. I'd like to because I wanted to talk to somebody about it. I don't know who the fuck to talk to about it. Can't talk to 211. Can't. Anyway, I have adapted and I'm glad for it. I'm on no medications.
Good.
And other than that, physically taking care of myself. I would have never had that opportunity if I had a house and a job and a lot of different boxes to fit in. So I think I'm doing fantastic, sir. Thank you.
Doing fantastic. All right, well, you certainly seem like a charming lady with a good head on your shoulders and some good family relationships. I hope that works to your advantage and you see brighter days ahead, okay?
Well, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much.